Hello and welcome. Brendon McCullum's pyrotechnics at the M Chinnaswamy Stadium to kickstart the IPL on April 18, 2008 got the Indian Premier League aka IPL off to a cracker. Sometimes it feels surreal to believe that the cricket's glitziest and most high-profile franchise-based cricket tournament just completed its 15th season. So let's decode the IPL business model, the recent season and the impact of IPL on young cricketers of the country in this episode of Endeavour Explained. Indian Premier League is a professional 2020 cricket league founded in the year 2008 by the BCCI, that is the Board of Cricket Control in India. The IPL is one of the biggest and most competitive T20 leagues in the world. Some of the best players in the world along with local uncapped players also feature in the tournament. The franchises before the start of every season look to revamp their squad in the auction. Some players are retained and others get released by every franchise prior to the auction. From IPL 2022, 10 teams is the new normal with Gujarat Titans and Lucknow Super Giants joining the 8 original franchises in the battle for the top honours. Between them, CVC, owners of the Ahmedabad franchise, and RPSG, owners of Lucknow franchise, have dished out upwards of Indian rupees 12,500 crores to procure the ownership rights, further bolstering the brand value of an entity comparable to some of the most lucrative non-cricket leagues in Europe and the United States. IPL 2022 was yet another edition that provided competition, quality and a platform for promising players. However, the 2022 season of IPL was different in so many ways. First and foremost important thing was the Gujarat Titans lifting the trophy of IPL in the maiden season. It was the local boy Hardik Pandya who led Gujarat Titans to victory in their first season. Second is the performance of the Rajasthan Royals. After having a fantastic auction, Rajasthan Royals did not disappoint their fans and finished as runners-up in IPL 2022. They were so close to giving tribute to the legend Shane Warne. Their opener Jos Buttler, who has had his best IPL season so far, and not only for him but his form and performance were one of the best in the history of IPL, made him win the orange cap for 863 runs in IPL 2022. Buttler was also the most valuable player of the season, who made 4 centuries and 4 half-centuries in this season. He equalized the record of Virat Kohli in having the most number of centuries in a single IPL season. Jos finished with 375 points on the most valuable players list. Gujarat Titans lost only 4 of the 16 matches en route to this title, the fewest losses in a season after the inaugural champions Rajasthan Royals 3 in 2008. Hardik Pandya, who had won 4 previous titles with Mumbai Indians, lifted the trophy in his first season as captain. His record now reads 5 wins in 5 IPL finals. The Indian Premier League, arguably the biggest franchise-based T20 cricket tournament in the world, certainly gets bigger and grander with the additions of 2 new teams. IPL is the world's largest T20 cricket league with a perfect blend of cricket, Bollywood, corporate and thus big money. The Indian Premier League has created millionaires out of young cricketers and made BCCI as one of the richest governing bodies in the global sport. Let us dive deep to comprehend how this most popular professional 2020 cricket league occurs and how the IPL generates its revenues. The business model of IPL revolves around its governing body, the BCCI, whose revenue is through the following major sources. The IPL's revenue starts with bidding process for its franchises and players. The idea revolves around inviting private corporations to purchase cricket franchises. The franchises get sold at a high price as the companies investing see immense value in investing in an event which is now noted by the world. For example, CVC Capital Partners, the British private equity and investment advisory firm, paid $736 million for the new franchise Gujarat Titans. RPSG, a conglomerate owned by Sanjeev Goenka, paid around $964 million for the new Lucknow Super Giants team. The second and the biggest money-making asset for the BCCI is the media rights that BCCI sells to the broadcasters. in 2017, Star India spent 16,347 crores Indian rupees to secure IPL broadcasting rights for a 5-year period. This equates to about 60 crores for every IPL match. Fast forward to today, recently the auction for 2023-27 cycle of the IPL was concluded, which marks a watershed in India's media history. At 48,390 crores Indian rupees, that's roughly $6.2 billion, the IPL is now more valuable as a sports franchise than the English Premier League, the US Major League Baseball, MLB, and the National Basketball Association in the US and Canada, and behind only the US National Football League's Super Bowl. For an idea that took birth just a decade and a half ago, this is incredible going. After all, Major League Baseball started in 1876, NBA in 1946, and even the EPL is now 30 years old. While Disney Hotstar backed the Indian subcontinent television rights for 23,575 crores, the Mukesh Ambani-owned Viacom18 grabbed the Indian subcontinent digital rights as well as the non-exclusive package of high-profile games and TV and digital rights across Australia, South Africa, New Zealand and the United Kingdom for a total of 23,758 crores. Half of this 48,390 crores will be distributed between the 8 original franchises, that is Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, Kolkata Knight Riders, Rajasthan Royals, Royal Challengers Bangalore, Sunrisers Hyderabad, Punjab Kings and Delhi Capital. The 2 new entrants, Gujarat Titans and Lucknow Super Giants, will have to wait for some more time before getting as much share as their 8 counterparts. Roughly, each of the 8 IPL teams is anticipated to get around Rs 3,000 crores. The other half will be shared with players and state associations. As per a report in the Indian Express, the old formula of dividing the share was 26% of the second half will be distributed among domestic and international players. Of the remaining 74%, 4% has been earmarked for staff salaries and the remainder will go into the kitty of various state associations. Numerically speaking, 6,290 crores will be shared with players and approximately 16,936 crores with the BCCI affiliated state boards. And if you're wondering how are the broadcasters going to get their money back, well, to play one advertisement clip of 10 seconds during the IPL, companies shell out an estimated Rs 15 lakhs. So, the revenue for the media agencies is the number of ad slots into amount per ad slot minus the cost for broadcasting rights. Sponsorship is another important source of income for the BCCI and the IPL franchises. A look at an IPL team's uniform and we see a plethora of different brand logos. For the use of the logo on the player's jersey and the advertisement on the boundary ropes, among other things, the marquee brand businesses pay a huge sum for their promotion. Tata Group backed the title sponsorship rights at approximately 355 crores per year for the year 2022 and 2023. And are reported to be in contention for future years too when the BCCI brings out a tender further. There are a host of other brands that pay a hefty sum to place their logos across various properties of different parts of the game. The sponsorship money that comes through the event sponsors gets divided equally among the BCCI and the franchises, while the teams pay 20% cut to the BCCI from the money that comes to them through individual sponsorships. Other than the share of revenue that the franchises get from the auctioning of the broadcasting rights and the sponsorships, the teams have a few more avenues for revenue available with them. Let's understand them a bit more. Ticket sales revenue is understandably a key part of the business model. Ticket sales are anticipated to account for 15% of the total revenue generated by the IPL franchises. Ticket pricing is set by the team's owner. 80% of the revenue from the ticket sales go to the home team where the match is played, while 20% goes to the state stadium. Every team plays 7 matches at the home ground and hence an estimated Rs 4-5 crores get generated through this avenue for every team. IPL franchises also profit handsomely from the sale of team shares. For example, the GMR company purchased the Delhi Capital franchise for $84 million in 2008. Jindal Southwest JSW purchased a 50% share in the club for $77 million in 2018. IPL prize money is another motivation for IPL franchises. Teams are awarded prize money based on their position in the points table. Gujarat Titans won the IPL 2022 and received a prize for INR 20 crores, while the runner-up Rajasthan Royals won INR 13 crores. 50% of the prize money goes to the owners and the remaining 50% gets divided amongst all the players. How IPL franchises make money is also influenced by the brand value of their teams. A team with large number of star players has a high brand value. As per Forbes, Mukesh Ambani-owned franchise has a value of $1.3 billion, while the winning team Gujarat Titans were at $850 million. Brand value is more important than the prize money for these franchises, as it in turn attracts more money and gains through sponsorships. Every IPL is accompanied by the promise of a new chapter in cricket and the hope that from an Indian perspective, new talents will express themselves and make a strong case for national representation. IPL history is replete with instances of players grabbing their chance in front of a packed audience and under immense pressure going to wear Indian colours, none more pronounced than Jasprit Bumrah and Ravindra Jadeja. Venkatesh Iyer's remarkable climb from a largely anonymous performer for Madhya Pradesh in domestic cricket to the catalyst of Kolkata Knight Riders' resurgence in the second half of IPL 2021, opening doors with a rapidity that his first-class counterpart can only dream of. For all the criticism that IPL has attracted, the class of cricketers and the quality of their performance have ensured the sport remains at forefront no matter the frills and distractions. With the inception of IPL, gone are the days when the players were required to play international cricket just to earn a fortune of money from the game. IPL, being an opulent league, has transformed the way cricketer can earn a realm, eventually also paving the way for players who come from humble beginnings. Over its 14 editions, the IPL has given us some remarkable stories of these economically challenged cricketers who their sheer hard work and perseverance have now played the sport at the highest level. All in all, the IPL is a life-transforming event in the lives of these players, which every year tremendously aids them to climb up the economic ladder. After the highest ever broadcasting deal, the BCCI Secretary Jay Shah said that it was a red-letter day in the history of Indian cricket and promised facilities across the table are improved. The domestic cricketers have paid their dues and all the stakeholders are satisfied. While it has been a big year for the IPL with new teams and a stunning deal for the new cycle, it also brings forth the promise of greater things kicking off the next year, and it will surely be worth the wait.